Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 Plus 4. We're doing a comparison. On the left, we have PlayStation 5 Pro. On the right, we have the Nintendo Switch 2. Be sure to like the video. Subscribing is great as well, as these videos are a lot of work to put together. So we have a selection of environments, kind of comparing levels across Pro Skater 3 and Pro Skater 4. This was a little bit more impossible for me to really line up like I normally do in my comparisons. I tried to sort of be in the same area of the map, but yeah, it was definitely a little bit more impossible. Normally you can do like cinematics and, you know, gameplay movement, but when you're moving around on a skateboard, it's a bit of a, you know, you kind of get what you sort of get when you're comparing the two of these. So in the context of this, we've got Pro Skater 3 stuff being the performance mode for the PlayStation 5 Pro, whereas Pro Skater 4 stuff is the fidelity mode. And we're going to be diving in and just kind of talking about what we got here. I will say the Switch 2, for a handheld experience, it's pretty good. You get the full version that you essentially get on other platforms, but you're able to take that out on the go, which is super cool. And it's kind of a perfect game for sort of quick, fun matches out and about. Kind of a nice touch. And just something I wanted to highlight here when we kind of look at the stuff that makes each of these versions sort of special. So for the PlayStation 5 Pro, when you're on the performance mode, it's like 1440p at 120 FPS. So it's quite fluid, and YouTube obviously isn't going to allow us to really showcase that, but I just wanted to give you an idea of the fidelity quality. And then when you take a look at the Nintendo Switch 2, it's just one flat quality experience, which is 1080p at 60 FPS. And I did notice performance drops across different maps and so forth when you are playing the game on the Switch 2. Although when I was doing the footage, it was definitely a bit better, so there might have been an update along the way as well that helped out a little bit with the performance there. But I did notice some little drops here or there. But, you know, for a dynamic, you know, kind of like what 1080p, I think it's not really. Anyways, yeah, it's pretty good looking. I think it's fine for what this is. I did think they could maybe have taken things a little bit further for resolution, but it gets the job done, and it's, you know, fluid and smooth. For the fidelity mode on the PlayStation 5 Pro, it's basically just your full 4K at 60 FPS. So these two are the most comparable for regular case scenarios. I would say would be the whole fidelity versus the regular Switch 2 setup, just because you're seeing both of them targeting 60 FPS and you're getting the large gap of resolution between the two consoles. Despite the Switch 2 being, you know, kind of brand new in Nintendo's current gen, you can definitely see that there is quite a gap between what both are sort of achieving. But I mean, it's the same game, it's the same sense of scope, it's the same stuff in the environment. I will also mention for the PlayStation 5 Pro, when you are doing performance mode, it does seem to screen tear fairly often. Not like constantly, but it's definitely a noticeable thing when you are playing on that platform. On that particular performance mode, I just want to kind of get that across so that you know all of the positives and the negatives, the benefits for either of these particular options. So we're going to be switching between the modes again for the next couple of maps, and it's hopefully just giving you an idea of the picture quality between the two of them and giving you an idea of like what each platform has to offer. But I would say it's a pretty good outing for everyone involved, and every platform kind of plays off its strengths here.
Let's shoot over here. Yeah. Ow.